Hey guys, this is Walden Light from Walden Light Baseball on Instagram and the founder of Build Baseball. We are continuing the Building a Foundation Mindset series, and today we're going to be talking about affirmations. And the first 4 videos we talked about establishing values, establishing goals, the no list, and the wall of gratitude. And I suggest that you check out those videos because we may be relating back to some topics that I discuss in those episodes. So, affirmations, let's just get right into it. So affirmations, really, I broke it up into 2 different categories. You may have heard of this mindset strategy before. I use it every morning and night, and I broke it up into 2 categories. Usually people just have one, and I'll get to that over here. That's the present affirmation. But I broke it up into future and present, and really just a future affirmation is saying a statement out loud in the morning and at night that puts into perspective your end goal. Really, the purpose of an affirmation is to remind and motivate you, and the future affirmation does this by reminding you of what your mission is and also motivating you to work that day towards that end goal. We did talk a little bit about how using your rationality is better in some cases, but when you have the ability to generate positive emotions, that's better than just being rational, because you can be the brain responds positively to positive emotions, obviously, and so that is the purpose of a future affirmation. But also it's supposed to be visual, so you could actually picture in your mind yourself doing that thing. So really, I probably should have said this at the beginning, but when you're saying a future affirmation, you say, I will blah 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 one day, or something like that. And we'll get to that down here about why I used to say I will. But it's just giving you that perspective of your end goal and showing you that you have something that you're working towards every single day, and it reminds you of why you're doing the work that you do. It's also supposed to be meaningful, so when you think about this end goal of yours, it's supposed to really just motivate you. Like I said, it won't motivate you if you don't have any feelings towards it, if you don't feel motivated towards it, if you feel like that's your purpose in life. Also, it provides perspective, so when you say something about how you will do something one day, it just shows you that you have a lot of time to do that. It also puts into perspective the decisions you make and how they could lead towards that end goal. It's really just based on the result that you want to achieve one day. Now, moving on to the second type of affirmation, which is the present affirmation. This just reestablishes or reaffirms, hence affirmation, the behavior that you want to enact for the day. So you say I am instead of I will, because it's not based in the future, it's based on the present. And this should align with what you want to be here. So it's just saying another statement out loud right after you say the future one, that and really just remind you of the person you need to be to become that, and which is mindset directs really is just your behavior. And that's why it's good to change your mindset first, so you could then change all your external behavior. Now, this is focusing on the process. It also is supposed to be meaningful, just like this one. It is supposed to be based on your values, like we talked about in episode 1. And really, everything you do should be based off your values. And like I said, it's not about perfection. You could accord your values 99% of the time, and it's fine if you go off 1% of the time. It's just good to remind yourself to get back on quickly. So that's all you really need. It's not about perfection. It's about adjusting as quick as possible and having to adjust as little as possible. So present is based on behavior, which works towards the future goals. And now, one final note I want to add in is that you want to use will and am language. That's the way I thought of putting it. But really, it's just saying how you are right now, and it gives you that belief, and it builds that belief in your mind that you are currently that person when you're talking about the present one. And when you say will for the future affirmation, you will then know that you will accomplish it one day, and you just keep building that belief, eliminating doubt, and knowing deep down that you are capable of these things if you say it every single day, every morning and every night. So I say my future affirmation every morning. I review all the other aspects of mindset that we talked about, and then I say my present affirmation at the end, so I could go out into my day knowing that that's the behavior I want to enact. And it's just meaningful statements that guide you through your day. And then before I go to bed at night, I say my future affirmation or my end goal, and then I say my present affirmation. And those are just meaningful statements. And then over time, I've been able to build more of a belief in myself for accomplishing my end goal. And also, I've worked harder in the process and built a better work ethic because I believe not only in this, but I also believe that I was this. So that is the affirmation. Check out the other episodes of the Building a Foundation Mindset series that I have made. I highly suggest you do. Join me next time on episode 6, where we talk about taking all these mindset concepts and implementing them into a daily routine. Thank you. And remember, you only have one.